Hello friends and welcome back, or welcome to Vintage Sports Shack, and welcome back to another special pop-up episode. I just got off the phone with PSA, so I thought you'd like to know what they had to say. So as always, stand up, stretch out, because away we go. Alright guys, I just got off the phone with PSA. I had some questions that I wanted to address, wanted to ask them. So I thought I would go ahead and relay some stuff to you. I called, you have to call, be first in line, they call you back. I'd never called PSA. So I just had some serious questions and just started asking them about their grading and how they do their grading process and what the procedure is, because I just wanted to know straight from the horse's mouth. I don't want to read 10 pages. Just wanted to know their process. So they put me through to a person and they said, first, all those low-level graders, they get most of the cards first. They go through the low card grader, they look at them, they assign it a grade. Goes down the line, it goes to a second, more experienced grader that reviews the first grader's work, and they either agree or disagree and give it another grade. Then it goes to the final encapsulation, and it's looked at a third time, and they either agree, assess, average it out, whatever. When they said average, I said, well, what if the initial person, the inexperienced grader, gave it a 7 and the experienced second spot gave it a 9? They said, well, when it gets to the third, they'll probably give it an 8. I was like, no, wait a minute. If you're telling me an inexperienced person gives it a 7 and an experienced person gives it a 9, wouldn't you go with that 9? They said, not all the time. Depends on what the third person. So I don't know if I like the way how they did that, but that was their explanation. I said, so theoretically, it's best if the inexperienced gives it a high number. It's best if an inexperienced gets it and they're in a good mood and they get my cards. And they said, well, by the time it gets through the process, it really doesn't matter. And I asked them, well, what about these high-end cards? And they said, yes, they do have different departments that they only get them, but they also are reviewed. So, I was thinking, I know a lot of people think that grading's a scam. And I mentioned it, I think it was last week in a video about, are the grades really our fault? And to an extent, yeah, it's our fault if we're not picking out the best cards. I know over the last few vlogs I did at the card shows, I've really been trying to show you guys how picky I've been about picking out cards. I mean, I have been picky. I went through, I think I had 18 last week. I went back through. I have 8 that I'm almost absolute sure they're 10s. The other 10 I'm just going to resell. I'm going to put them up on auction actually. So this weekend, matter of fact, check out the auctions that are up right now. I'm putting 10 more cards that I bought this weekend on auction coming Sunday. So check that out down below. But you have to be real picky about the cards you're picking and sending in. I was doing some talking to a buddy of mine, Craig the Cop. You guys seen him, met him in one of my videos. And we're talking about going to shows and not setting up no more, but just going and looking for these perfect 10s. Now, we're not sure if that's how to do it, but we're going to try it a few times. I'm going to get some vlogs and we're going to go together. So get his honest opinion, my honest opinion, what I think's good, bad, and we're going to try to pick out 10s. Now, if 2 people can't pick out a 10 and agree, and we're both 2 different people. We're like a yin and a yang. He's like the good cop, I'm like the bad cop. So, I guess it's a test. We're going to put PSA to the test. We're not going to send any garbage in. We're going to go through. We've got the tools to see if they're centered. We've got everything. So, over the next few vlogs on cards, that's what we're going to focus on. When we get up to Lansing, we're going to do that. We go down to Xenia, Ohio. We're setting up in Lansing. But when we go down to Xenia, I'm just going to be buying. And that's going to be my main focus. It's just perfect 10s. Now, I'm not going to say exactly what cards I'm looking for. But if there's a 5% chance it's not a 10, it's not getting bought. The only way you can make money is with the 10s. And the only way you can do it without using a substance or breathing on it or clock, you just got to look. You got to dig in. It's just like back in the day finding completeness sets. You just got to dig in. You got to look. You got to put in the work. So, that's my spiel for today. That's what I was thinking. That's what we're going to do. That's my plans here for the next month or so. Really focusing in on perfect cards. Quit sending PSA junk. Quit giving them a reason to give me a nod. Make sure all 3 of those people that look at that card know that that card's a 10. So, I'm thinking, you know, probably 95% of the time, it's our responsibility of the bad grades we get. Like I said, 9s and 8s. Look at the cards. Look for pits. Look for print lines. Look for scratches. Look for fingerprints. Talk to the person. Here's a tip. Ask them, hey, do you normally grade? Why didn't you grade this card? Did you see something that I'm not seeing? Is there a reason you didn't grade it? That's a good question to ask a dealer. Why didn't you grade this? All your other cards are graded, but these 3 or 4. There's usually a reason, guys. Check out, you know, my videos in the past. This, you know, all adds up. This all makes sense if you put it all together. I know they're just crazy little speeches here and there, but it's just the ramblings I go through. I'm trying to explain what I think of day by day. So, comment down below. Tell me what you think. But as always, peace. Have a super great day. And why do you really come here?